Hello everyone, Ved here, and welcome back to my redstone series. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to build a working escalator. I've built one of these in the past, but of course on Minecraft Bedrock that one no longer works, because when you get pushed by a block, you just get stuck inside the block. But there is a new way to move you up an escalator and make it look really, really good. And the cool thing is when you turn it off, it just becomes normal stairs. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on and see how it works. Now I quickly went ahead and turned it on to survival just to show you that this thing works great in survival too. So let's go in third person and then just stand right here. And as you can see, I'm going right up the escalator. I'm also spinning just to show you that I am not walking up this thing. It is bringing me all the way to the top. Now it can go faster, but the problem is if it goes too fast and you get this weird block glitch and you'll fall through it and pop back up, it works fine, but I just don't like the way it looks. And then of course, you know, we can go right down the escalator. So I'll go ahead and just do it one more time. So I'm gonna go up it backwards. So again, as you can see, I am not walking at all. I'm going right up it, all the way to the top. And this is the highest it can go. This is the highest it can go. You can expand it if you make more piston tapes, because the whole thing, let me go ahead and turn this thing off because it's actually very, very loud. Now you could possibly expand this thing, but I am using a piston tape to make this thing work. So you'd have to make a bunch of other piston tapes to make it bigger. So I think this is a fine height for it, and it works great, and it will keep working. And like I said, you can make it go faster, but then you'll get this weird block glitch where you'll fall through the blocks and then pop back up. It won't hurt you in survival. It just looks terrible. So let's go ahead and start building this thing. All right, guys, so this is the type of build I don't give the resources for, because I mean, do you really need an escalator in your world unless you have a ton of stuff and you don't know what to do with it? So I will give like the spacing, but we are going to be having to dig out just a little bit more. All you need to know is that you need to dig down 4. You need at least a 4 spacing and a 4 wide spacing. So dig down 4 and then give yourself a 4 wide spacing, and we can get started on this build. So now this thing can only go up 12 blocks. I would love to make it further, but we are using a piston tape, and since we are using a piston tape, it can only push 12 blocks. So starting from over here on the right hand side, we're just going to come down, place a piece of redstone here, and we're going to go up that way 12 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then go ahead and just place redstone down on all of these blocks. Not there. There we go. All the way down, and then place 1 block right in front of your redstone here. Then we're going to place a piston facing upwards like that. Place a sticky piston facing up next to that piston. And then place a block on top of that sticky piston. I like using a block of choice. And then from here, we're going to go up 9 blocks with sticky pistons facing up. So take out your sticky pistons and place them up 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. Next up, come a block up from here with a sticky piston facing in. And then come up a block behind this one with a sticky piston facing in, like that. Then we're going to take out our sticky pistons once again and just place them facing forwards all the way down. Because all this is a vertical piston tape. That's all this is, just a vertical piston tape all the way to the top. So it's going to look something like this. Next up, take out some glass blocks and bring them right along the lines of the sticky pistons that are facing up. And bring that all the way up until you reach this last sticky piston and place a regular block like that. Then take out your redstone and place redstone along all of these blocks. Next, take out your normal pistons, and right next to this top sticky piston, we're going to place a block to the side of it and a piston facing towards the left-hand side. Break that block. And then over here, we're going to come up a block, out a block, break this block here, come up 2 blocks, 1, 2, break these 2, and place a piston facing downwards, like that. We're just getting all our pistons in first, and then we'll hook up everything together, because this thing's actually really, really easy to build. Then from here, we're going to come down to this corner, and where this piston is facing upwards, we're just going to place a piston right here, facing towards it 4 blocks away. Next up, we're just going to follow right where this piston is. So what I like to do is just place a block right here, like this, underneath this piston. And we're just going to dig out until we can see the top of that piston right there. So just go like this, and then dig out these blocks until you can see the top of this piston right here. And I went a little bit too far there. Just a tiny bit. But we're actually going to need a little spacing here anyway. So just make sure you can see the top of this piston right here. Make sure you're on the block with it. And then 1 block away from it, we're going to place another piston here. Because like I said, this is just a big piston tape. That's all this is, a big piston tape. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and just dig out these blocks right here as well. Just like that to lead into this piston right here. Now what we're going to do is hook all of these pistons together. So right off this first regular piston right here, we're just going to come out a block. And we're going to take out repeaters now. And we're going to place a repeater going into that piston. Set it to 3 ticks delay. And now we'll hook up this whole back area later, but first I want to just hook up all of these regular pistons right here that makes our big tape line go around and up and around and up. So going into this top piston right here, we're going to put a block up, a block over. I shouldn't have broke that block there. And then come down 1 more block right here. And we're going to put redstone right on top of it. Now, we don't want these 2 pieces of redstone connecting, so take out your blocks of choice. This will be the flooring block for when you reach the top of your escalator. So let's go and place a block right here. As you can see, I broke the current. We don't want those connecting. Come down, come 2 blocks out, and place 2 repeaters here. First one set to 4 ticks, second one set to 1 tick. So now all we have to do is just bring the signal from this repeater here down to this piston right here. So place a block right behind this piston with a repeater on 4 ticks delay, place a block behind it with some redstone, and basically just make a glass ladder going up to right here. So come out 2 blocks, 1 more, and then just start going up like this. So it should look something like this. 3 glass blocks up, and then 1 to the left, and then just keep going up like this. As you can see, it reached all the way to where this 4 tick delay repeater is, and now all we're going to do is just place redstone along all of these blocks. And now that should reach right there. So if you want to go ahead and test it out just to make sure that you put everything in the right spot, let's go ahead and take out a lever. Let's place a block right behind this repeater. So this piston should activate, and then that piston down there should activate. So there we go. See? Do it 1 more time. Activates, activates. Perfect. Now all we have to do is bring this line down to that piston. So just take out your blocks. And we're going to have to come down 1 because this is where your flooring is. So if you want to make this thing as skinny as possible, just make sure you come down 1 extra block and bring it all the way over to this piston. Then we're going to take out some redstone and place redstone along this whole entire line. And then somewhere in the middle, I like to just do it right here. Place a repeater going towards that piston. Set it to 4 ticks delay. So now this piston should activate, then that one, and then that one over there. So boom, boom, and boom. There we go. Perfect. Do it 1 more time. Boop, boop, and boop. There we go. So that's our piston tape right there. So now all we have to do is just hook up all the redstone inside of here. So coming out of this redstone right down here, we're going to place 3 blocks, 2, 3. Place 2 repeaters on 2 ticks delay with a piece of redstone behind it. Then we can go ahead and connect all of this together by just bringing out a line and bringing it right over to this 3 tick delay repeater here, placing redstone in just like this. Then coming out of this block right here, we're going to place in yet again another repeater on 2 ticks delay facing that way. And then place a block in front of it with some redstone along all those blocks. And if you want to, you can actually get rid of this right here. So now everything is hooked together up here. So now if I actually place a lever here, it will activate all of these pistons, and it will also activate these bottom sticky pistons right there. So see, there we go. It should look something like that. So let's do it 1 more time. Everything retracts, click the lever, and everything goes up. Perfect. Now what we want to do is hook this line to this line right here. So now our piston tape's going to be going right here, so we don't want to put any blocks here, so we're just going to come over 1 block. You know, let's use a different color as well. I'm going to go ahead and just let's use yellow. So right here is where our piston tape's going to be going. So we don't want to put any blocks in the way of our piston tape, because of course that will break it and make it not work. So just remember, this is the line of where your piston tape's going to go. So we're just going to come over 1 block from where our piston tape's going to be going. Like that. And then we're going to come out 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. Place 3 repeaters in here. 1, 2, 3. Coming out of that redstone, set them all to 2 ticks delay. Then we're going to place a block up in front of it. And then 2 blocks over. So 1, 2. Placing redstone along all that. And now everything is hooked together. So now we just have to set up our input. Now to set up your input, all you have to do is place a block right here. This will turn it off once you're done. And we're going to come out 3 blocks from here. 1, 2, 3. Break the 2 middle blocks. Place a sticky piston facing in towards this block. Come down a block underneath that one. And we're going to place a redstone torch right on the top of this block. So take out some redstone torches. There. place it on top of this block. It'll activate that sticky piston. And then we're going to place another sticky piston right underneath the block that has our redstone torch. Take out an observer block. So go ahead and take out an observer block and place it right off the front of that sticky piston. And there is our input completely done. So now if I place my lever here and I click it down, it will start making our piston tape work. So now all we have to do is add our stairs in and it should be working fine. So now let's go ahead and add our stairs in. So before we add our stairs in, I like to also place in a line of stairs right here because we don't want to see any of the redstone when this thing is going up and down, up and down. So this is completely up to you. There's so many stairs to choose from. You can use whatever color you want. Everything is completely up to you here. I'm just going to go with some polished diorite stairs, but if you want to change the color of your escalator, go right ahead. So what I like to do is place stairs upside down off this redstone because we cannot place regular blocks here or it will cut off our redstone. So to do this, it's very simple. I'm going to go ahead and just take out some white concrete. And what I like to do is just come up a block like that and then break this one and then come up in a staircase just like this. Now this is completely up to you. You don't have to use white concrete here. The color of your escalator is completely up to you. So I'm going to bring this going all the way to the top like that. Just keep going until you reach the top. There we go. And then we're going to take out our staircases and place those upside down right underneath them. Because when it comes down right here, you don't want to be able to see the redstone inside there. See, I could see right in there. But if we place a staircase upside down, we can no longer see inside there. And it won't cut off the redstone. So we're going to place staircases upside down all the way to the top. Just like this. Like I said, you can use whatever colors you want. It's completely up to you. And on this last one, we're not going to place a staircase because that's where our piston tape is. We don't want to put anything in the way of that piston tape. So now we can go ahead and take out our stairs. Let's go ahead and break that right now because we don't want that there. And we're going to go ahead and place in our piston tape now. So starting off of this piston right here that's facing up, we're going to go ahead and place in 2 stairs. 1, 2, like that. This is the only piston that should have a staircase in front of it. So 2 up like this. And now for every other one, we're going to have to put it right in front of it like that. So make sure you're 1 block away from that sticky piston and do that all the way up. That's why I added these blocks here now, because this will make it so much easier. Just place the staircase going up 1 block away from your sticky pistons. All the way to the top. Nope, not upside down. There we go. Now, like I said, the only piston that should have a staircase in front of it is this one down here. So wherever you see a regular piston, make sure you do not place a staircase there. That's just make sure you don't do that. So we're going to skip this one and we're going to have to put a staircase right here on top of that redstone. And just like the other ones, we can't have a staircase in front of this one, but we're going to come down here because it'll make it a little bit easier. So come up a block, make sure you break it because that piston cannot have a staircase in front of it. And come all the way to the top, just like this. Bring that all the way up until you reach the top. Make sure you do not place a staircase there because that's where our piston is. And then we're just going to bring our line of staircases going all the way down. Just like that. Make sure you do not place a staircase in front of that one. And then 1 more right here. And also don't worry if you miss a block, you'll be able to, I'll just break it. I'll just break 1 block just to show you. If you miss 1 block, you'll notice it right away in your piston tape. So let's go ahead and activate it. Everything should start going around. And since I removed 1 of the blocks, you'll see what I mean right there. See? You can easily notice that you missed a staircase like that. So all you have to do is follow it, place your staircase in, and there we go. So if you see an opening, you can either just turn it off and then go ahead and place in the staircase, or you could try to get it in. I fail at it all the time when I do it, but it should be working now. So if I just jump on top of it right here, as you can see, I'll go right up my escalator. And then all we have to do is just clean it up once we're done. But let's get all the way to the top. And I know I'm going to fall into it right here because I'm supposed to have a block here. Yep. There's supposed to be a block there so you don't fall into it. But let's go ahead and turn it off now. And let's go ahead and clean up the entire area. So right here, as you see, if you also have it turned off, it just turns into a staircase. So you don't need this thing on all the time. You can just make it into a staircase. But let's go ahead and clean up the area. So right above this staircase right here, we're going to go ahead and place an iron trapdoor. You can also use a slab if you want, but I think the iron trapdoors look a lot better. Next up, we can go ahead and just take out our blocks of choice. I'm going to be using white concrete, and we can just bring this down this line, filling in this entire wall right here, so we don't have to see any of the redstone. So, I'm going to go ahead and just speed up the video here, but what I'm going to do is just come out just like I did over there. I'm just going to follow that line of blocks right there and bring it in like that. All right, and I'm back, and as you can see, I just filled all the way to the top, and then what I also did was I placed in glass blocks along the tops of all of these blocks going all the way to the bottom. And then I'm pretty sure I came out one more block here. No, I didn't. But I mean, if you want to, you could come out one more block right there, but you technically don't have to. So let's go ahead and fill in our flooring so we can't see anything down here all the way to the bottom. Just make sure you don't cut off any of this redstone right here. Like if I put a block here, it'll cut the redstone off. So just make sure you don't do that. So let's fill in this whole area right here. And you know what? We could also fill in right here as well. Like that. There we go. And then when we get all the way to the top, we're just going to have one more staircase right here off the side of this block. And then this is going to be our flooring up here. Just make sure you do not cut off this redstone right here as well. If you need a flooring block here, if you absolutely need one here, then of course, you know, you can just use a slab. Pick your flooring and then use a slab for that flooring like that. And then put it right above it. So now we can go ahead and fill in this area right here as well. But this is completely up to you how you fill in the area. And then of course you want like maybe a wall or something right here just to hide that redstone and this piston right here as well. And of course, this is our input. This will turn everything on and off. So wherever you bring this redstone to, so let's go ahead and just take out a different colored block real quick. Let's go ahead and just use blue. Let's use blue. So there we go. So anything going into this block will activate it. So if I put some redstone here, and then if I just bring this line out anywhere I want to, like let's say I just want it over here for some reason, place my lever off of this block over here, it will activate it. So let's go ahead and go up it one more time. So just get on our escalator and go right up it. All the way to the tip top. And then once we get to the top, we can go ahead and walk right off of it. So you know what, let's just put our input up here. You know, I'm just gonna put my input right up here. So right here, I'll put my lever and then I'll just bring this line down here. Like I said, as long as you hook it into this block right here, you can put your input wherever you want. So I'm just going to come down like this. There we go. There's a fine little input. And I just broke that block right there, which I did not want to do. And now our input's up here, you know, to turn it on and off. But there you guys have it. That's how you build a working escalator inside of Minecraft. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, make sure to hit that notification bell because I am uploading on the daily. All right, guys. Peace.